Let's bring in campus reform reporter Emily Sturge. Emily, for people who don't know, haven't heard of Dr. Antifa or, Dr. Bray, Mark Bray, tell us a little bit about him.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And first off, I want to say I'm not shocked that the university is arguing that this is a case of academic freedom, because, of course, to the left, academic freedom means weaponizing America's classrooms to indoctrinate the next generation into anti-American Marxist ideas. That's exactly what this professor stood for. And at the same time, their version of academic freedom means silencing and punishing conservative students. That's exactly what's happening in this story. The university is standing behind a professor that promoted anti-American, anti-fascist ideas in the classroom while punishing the conservative students who were brave enough to stand up against it. Professors have raised over $42,000 in support of this professor, too. The student government is rallying behind him. Dangerous ideas are being celebrated on our university campuses. Terrorism is being glorified. This professor was behind that. And at the same time, conservative students are the ones being silenced and punished on this university campus.
Well, I want to play for you a bit of what Dr. Bray has had to say about this whole thing and get your reaction. Listen.
I myself am not Antifa, although I do support anti-fascism broadly speaking. I oppose fascism, but I'm a researcher. I come at this as a researcher and as a professor, and the efforts by Turning Point USA to paint me as the mastermind of Dr. Antifa is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous to paint him as the mastermind. What do you say?
It's comical that he says he's not a part of Antifa because he literally authored the anti-fascist handbook. Half the proceeds went to Antifa groups overseas, and he's taught university courses on anti-fascism, communism, and terrorism. But look, this entire scandal is not just about this one university professor. This is a widespread issue. This is about a higher education system that is glorifying terrorism and teaching the next generation of Americans to hate this country. Earlier this week, we reported at the Leadership Institute's campus reform another one of these Antifa-linked professors. This professor was in Chicago. He was found outside an ICE facility with a loaded gun and multiple magazines. I reported over the summer a California State University system professor who was arrested for allegedly assaulting ICE agents. This is not just one isolated case. This is a widespread issue of radical professors running rampant in our education system, and they are inspiring real-world attacks just like the political assassination that we saw on Charlie Kirk.
So the professor says that Turning Point is being mean, I guess you could say, being evil toward him, hostile. Here's Ava Kwan. She's with Turning Point at Rutgers. Listen.
I mean, no part in our petition states that we want to spread hate, and no one has sent any kind of threats. No one has doxed him from Turning Point. I don't condone anyone doing that to him at all. I don't want to see him threatened. We do not want our taxpayer money funding Antifa professors. It's not right. It shouldn't be happening.
Oh, but the drama of him moving to Spain to get away from this terrible abuse that he was taking, it certainly adds to the intrigue here, doesn't it?
It certainly does. I don't support death threats, but I also don't support professors who chant death to America. And this story is exactly why I support the administration's latest efforts in the higher education system. President Trump just rolled out what the administration is calling the Compact for Academic Excellence, and it's a partnership with universities, asking them to combat the violence that we're seeing on our campuses, asking universities to prohibit calls to incitement to violence, prohibit support for terrorist organizations. Look, it's sad to me that the President of the United States at this point in time has to ask our university administrations to stop promoting violence. But unfortunately, that's where we're at this country. And I'm glad to see an administration putting a stop to the radicalism that we're seeing on our college campuses.
Emily Sturge, thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me.